worked with like the coworker who took like pride in saying like the one thing that they thought that everyone was thinking in the room, but just didn't want to say?
Oh yeah. The outspoken one, the one.
Yeah.
Yes,
Have
yes.
Have you ever? What do you think about that coworker?
Most of the time they're annoying, but there are situations where their openness to say things off the cuff or are valuable, right? Like if there is a among the team, if there's a common theme or a complaint among everyone, that person's going to be the one to bring it up to management in a meeting, in a one-on-one, in a group setting, or most of the time they have a way of bringing up in a way that it's kind of funny. Like they would know how to break that ice to get that issue talked about again, which is a good thing, but most of the time they're annoying because they don't add anything to the conversation because they just try and get their shit off. There's a reason we're not saying this in the room. And if you want to say it to be the cool one, then you can be the one that suffer the consequences. But they do have their place, right? They have value
Yeah.
in a time where conflict is on the horizon.
Yeah, I mean, I think that'd be the. What do you think are these employees' biggest downfalls? As someone who maybe works in sort of like the recruiting, as they look at their careers long term, what would you say is like their biggest downfall, or the trajectory or course of people's careers as you've seen?
Oh, it's definitely so. People like that usually when their annual reviews come up, it's usually something like you'll see things. I don't want to say confrontational because that word carries a lot of weight. But you'll notice over the course of their career that if they don't, here it is. Here's how it's framed. That their conflict resolution skills are lacking. Something like that. Like you'll see over the course of their career, like they probably won't get picked for promotions. They'll keep them happy to a degree, but like they won't advance to anything probably they aspire for because you can't trust you. If you say that to me, what are you going to say in front of C-suite? What are you going to say in front of a client? What are you going to say in front of a customer? So yeah, if you can't, I don't want to say watch your mouth, but if you can't
Nah,
read the
it
if you
is
can't
though. Is it
if you
not?
can't read the room, we're gonna have a problem.
Because at what point is it like, yo, you're just a little unhinged, and as much as it's too much of a risk and reward. So you're like a stock option, and sometimes I'd rather just keep it in place instead of trying to be too aggressive or trying to be too conservative, because either way, either one of those options isn't good.
That's a great way of putting it. It is yes, it is a volatile stock.
My good brother, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Those days I was working, those 10-hour days, they're gone.
They're over. Them kids back in school.
Not yet, but
When does school start in your system?
two
In
weeks
your
from
in your
now.
school, in your district? I mean, 2 weeks from now. It's not
In
too
2 weeks. But everyone's kind of reporting, like teachers, the adults are coming back. The 8-hour days are great. Oh, I looked up today and it was 1 o'clock and I just finished lunch. I was like, oh, this is amazing compared to what life was like all summer.
Do you find yourself now enjoying a little bit more time in the morning, maybe getting a little bit more breakfast, or maybe shining the head a little bit more? Pause.
1,000%. For me, it's the sleep because I try to get 7 hours of sleep a night. And with the old system, I would be getting 6, 5.5. And I've really felt it. Like this morning, so yesterday I had to go to an orientation, so I had to wake up for the 10-hour schedule. But today was like my first morning back on 8 hours. I got 7 hours of sleep. I felt great. I had my coffee at work. It was just a very good way to start the day. So I'm doing great. How are you?
Now, let me tell you something. I'm doing good. I'm doing blessed. I'm ready to be here. I'm happy to be here. And listen, it's a great day. Um, I'm not going to say I feel patriotic because of the Olympics, but I will tell you, damn, America be throwing some. We got some athletes.
Do you want to start there? Because I thought about you
Talk to me.
doing the 100 meters. So Noah Lyles, one that I don't follow track is because you were a runner, you were an athlete, you were a D. Let me put some respect. You were a D1 track runner for a Power 5 school.
Sure,
Like,
back in my time.
let's put some respect on
Yeah.
Los Denam. How do you say it?
Los D-Mix.
No, not Los D-Mix. Your Nostradamus name.
Oh, Los D-Mixtred.
You said it the other day during SummerSlam.
Los, I don't know, but I got you. I know.
Yeah. So I watched the Noah, like I turned exactly like as they got started, and I was watching. Like, oh, he not even close. Then all of a sudden, so I'm sure you watched it live, and even the announcers were like, "Nah, I think Jamaica got this."
And I didn't think he won.
I didn't think he won. I was like, "Oh no, Jamaica got him by a hair," and he crossed the finish line. He took off his name, and I was like, "Oh boy, this is gonna be real awkward if he come in second. He better win. He better will this into existence." And damn it, if he didn't win,
he told you.
He told him. Do you
the whole time?
As someone who is a track runner, he has caught a lot of heat for the things that he has said, especially to the NBA. He's like, the NBAs aren't the world champions; they're the champions of the United States.
World champions of what?
Yeah. I don't understand the hate that he's getting. I mean, I understand, right? He has shells in his hair. He paints his hair. I mean, he paints his nails. He seems like one of them weird dudes. He talks about Yu-Gi-Oh! And stuff. But I don't get the kind of hate he's getting.
I think what the people are upset about, beefing about, because I guess what a lot of people say is if you look at Team USA now, you can see that they are the best collection of basketball players in the world. So when you look at the NBA, it is the best collection of basketball players in the world, most of them being likely from the US because we're the best basketball country on the planet. That's why these guys get the money that they get in free agency and so on and so forth. So I guess what people are implying is that the NBA is, if you would consider the USA the best country in the world of basketball, then you should consider the NBA the best, the best of the best in terms of basketball players, which means that their champions should be considered best of the best in the world, because you could take that team and basically put them what a lot of people view it as the NBA. The NBA is the 30 best basketball teams on planet Earth, and that's how people look at it. So if you can be great in the NBA, you would likely be the best basketball team on Earth, because you probably take that team and go to any other country versus their best and win.
Correct. I agree with that, right? If you drop the Boston Celtics in any EuroLeague, any league around the world in a 7-game series, the Celtics will probably win. I don't have a problem with it, man. And he won the 100 meters. Don't let him win the 200 meter. Like, he can already talk.
No. See, this is where people keep getting this. Don't let him win, y'all. The don't let him win. That was the 100 race. At this point, you should more so be thinking about who is. Listen, the 200. Y'all realize this is the third fastest man ever in the 200. American world record holder in the 200.
So is the 100 not his thing? That's not his bag?
No, that's why.
Oh, okay.
That was, listen, that's like, let me put it in terms like this. That's like if the Eagles were 0-2 against the Cowboys, and you felt like the Eagles could be anybody in the NFC but the Cowboys. They played them in the playoffs, and Dallas lost the round before. You played them, and you just spanked the team that played them afterwards. Like,
gotcha. Okay, that makes
so
sense.
Noah winning the 100 was like, that was his Dallas. Once he got that out the way and he won that one, you just know he's about to get busy in the 2, because that's his race, because he doesn't have the best start. Which is why the 100, he was in last place at a point in that race and came back and won it. So if you know this is the fastest American male ever to run over 200 meters, there's only two men who's ran faster than him at 200: Usain Bolt and Johan.
Because I saw in the press conference they were trying to, and he was like, "Fine, I'll give it to you." Like they're gonna come out that turn, they're gonna be depressed. And isn't that what we want from our athletes? I love that. Talk your shit. That's what we're here for, man.
Listen, if y'all understood the work that goes into what these people put their bodies through just to get to this Olympic stage, you would let them talk to.
I like he one of them weird new dudes, but I like him. Like if you can sit here and tell me you're gonna win and then you win, like what are we talking about? That's what America's all about, right? Like that's why we're the best in the world. That's what we're about. Like that's America.
Hey, let me tell you something. There have been some performances in Paris that I've just.
What's the weirdest thing you've watched so far? I've watched so much.
Let me tell you something. The Turkish brother, we got to watch out for him. The Turkish shooter brother, yeah, we got to watch out for him.
Yeah,
he did that. He was too stone cold with it.
You say he practices with people.
Listen, nah, because if he did that, he'd live in America. So
I watched skeet shooting, the women's skeet shooting with the shotgun. Dog. It's called skeet shooting. That's what it's called.
I know. It's the Olympic sport. Get your mind out together.
I watched surfing. Surfing was very interesting because you're at the mercy of Mother Nature.
And they were in Tahiti. It was getting delayed a lot, I heard.
Yeah. So essentially what they do is you have 30 minutes, you and your opponent, and whoever catches the wave first, it is their wave, and they're judged on how they ride the wave. And like that's it for 30 minutes. So if nothing comes for 30 minutes, what do you do? Or if you don't get like a good wave, like you're really at the mercy of Mother Nature.
How do you practice for that?
How do you practice for that? For me, it's like, how do you, like I was watching and they just kept going farther and farther out. I was like, is someone there? Like if that current comes and gets them, is there a helicopter nearby to save them? You couldn't see the shore from the shot. There was a dude underwater catching it from the wave. Dog, it was magical.
I just know that stuff is scary.
It gotta be, man.
Cause like, what happens if like you?
What happens? What happens? Now there were a lot of like there were boundaries, and there were like a lot of boats there for like surfers to hang out in if they weren't competing and didn't want to be in the water. Like there were cameramen there. Like there was people there. But just to be like, all right, you got 30 minutes going out there and let's see what happens. Like, man, like you're really relying on things you can't control to win a gold medal, and I'd be real tight.
What about that volleyball though? That beach volleyball.
That beach, oh man, putting it in front of the Eiffel Tower was the best idea ever. It looks so amazing.
Oh yeah.
I watched badminton. The bronze badminton for men. I watched that. That was interesting. I watched table tennis. I watched BMX racing on Friday.
Yo, water polo. I be out there like I know y'all tired as a mug.
I can't imagine, dog. I watch handball. I know I kind of like if there was a handball league around me, I'd be interested.
That's peace.
Get your mind out the gutter. That's what it's called. Okay. It's called handball.
Okay. You see your boy Jalen Hurts talking about LA 2028.
Flag football gonna be an Olympic sport. All right, man.
You think so?
Why? No, it is. No, in 2028, flag football is going to be an Olympic sport officially.
How do you feel about that one?
I mean, we just went over and lost.
Listen, that wasn't flag football. That was them kids. That's not the best of the best. Here's what I think. I think some of these countries out here might give the U.S. a run for their money off early because the NFL players aren't going to be playing it. Like, who are you going to?
Oh, you going to go to Florida and get them 7-on-7 teams and them kids with them wicks? Hey, over there, because they get down. That NFL Network in the summer, they showed like 7-on-7 leagues where like the high schoolers, hey man, they be having playbooks, coaches, whole nine.
Do you
Get
think
one of
you
them
think
boys out there.
you think any of them 7-on-7 leagues produce like NFL talents?
I'm sure. But we don't care about no NFL talent. I'm here because Tyreek Hill ain't gonna go out and play no flag football like Mahomes, Hill, Jettas, and like Bijan. No, that's
What
insane.
that's a fly little flag football team. I think that might give somebody, or that might give Nicaragua a run for their money.
Tyreek run straight. Like that's the whole playbook. Hey dog, just run straight.
Yeah, that's getting Canada out of here. They ain't gonna have nothing.
Can you believe Canada got eliminated today?
No, France is good.
From men's basketball. I'm just saying, I was really looking forward to Ant and Shay in the gold medal game.
Nah, listen, France is considered the only team by some that can actually compete with the U.S. in some way.
Which is sad because if Joel had played for France, we'd be having a real discussion right now. I don't know if France, because I don't know if France has enough. Like Rudy Gobert is still out there.
Come on, man. They got listen. First,
Rudy Gobert, you're still playing 4-on-5.
Wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute. I'm not gonna let you get this Canada love off. You was on here talking about their demise because of some Dylan Brooks on the roster.
I said Canada can compete, but at the end of the day, Dylan Brooks is gonna start regardless, and that's gonna cost you. But I thought maybe Jamal Murray and Shea had enough because Jamal Murray loved playing against the Lakers. He loved going off against the Lakers. Maybe I thought he'd save it for the Olympics, and he did not.
You saw that tweet that said versus Lakers Jamal Murray, playoff Jamal Murray, regular season Jamal Murray, Canada Jamal Murray.
No, I missed that. I saw the one. It was like Jordan Poole, Michael Jordan, and two other people named Jordan. It was like, which Jordan is Michael Porter going to be today? And it was Jordan Poole.
Listen, Jordan Poole finessed the. You know what? Jordan Poole got his money.
Hey, Jordan Poole, and he a champion.
And he took a punch.
And he live in Chocolate City. He. Did you watch Team USA versus Brazil? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, we're about to say the same thing. I was going to say, how do you feel about the U.S. versus Serbia after their win versus Brazil earlier today? I don't know if you had any thoughts about the win versus Serbia.
I mean,
versus Brazil. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the win. I didn't watch it because I forgot about it. But I like to see Jokic part 2. I want to see what Team USA does to match up against him this time again. Because last time it started off and the USA pulled away. I mean, I think they'll win again. Like Joker's so good, but is Joker better than the America's Avengers? I don't think so.
Yeah,
I think we're looking at
USA.
Are Team USA and France in the same bracket, or will they not see France until the gold medal game?
The US will play Serbia, and then the winner of that will play the winner of France versus Germany.
Okay, so they're on the collision course with Spain in a gold medal game. Then
who?
U.S. because Spain's in the other bracket. Like they're the best team on the other side, right?
France and Germany.
Yeah, those three are going to have to see each other in some form or fashion before a medal game. I'm saying on the other side of the bracket.
No, this is for the medal game, my brother.
Oh, it would be.
They're in the knockout round.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
They're in the semifinal round.
I forgot it's the knockout stage. Damn, because the Olympics end on Friday, right?
Yeah, the 11th. They getting close to being done.
Oh yeah. So they play Serbia, and they will play. Yeah. Where did I get Spain from?
Yeah, I don't know who you may be talking about. Women's soccer after the U.S. beat Germany today. I think they're going to be playing Spain in the final.
Okay, that might be it. Oh yeah, they'll be playing France for the gold medal. Yeah, turn that up. The men's 3-on-3, they got them the fuck out of there. As soon as I saw Jimmer Fredette, old ass, I was like, we done here.
What do you mean? He still gets buckets. He got hurt though.
Jimmer's my age. I'm 35. I remember watching
What that
Jimmer at
mean?
BYU. That means you shouldn't be at the
Hey,
Olympics playing 3-on-3 basketball
why not? Y'all let
because
Tom
you
Brady play
old.
until he was 50.
Yeah, Tom Brady ain't at the Olympics. You old. Like as soon as the first game, and I was like, I know that ain't no Jimmer for that.
I believe he got hurt in that first game.
Yeah, he did. I watched that game. No, I watched the second game, and then they lost like 21-6. Yeah, get out of here. The 3-on-3 women's team won bronze though, so that's something.
Yeah. Shout out to y'all who thought Haley Van Lith wasn't a star.
Well,
Danny.
she can have fun at TCU.
I'm trying to get into a little bit of football.
Let's do it.
Before we do though, Danny, let the people know. Well, it's 30 minutes in. Well, 20 minutes in. Should we let the people know who
It's
who
brought to you
this
by
good?
goingfor2.com.
Listen, people. Episode 152 of Speak On It. You already know. All
Let's
right,
get it.
get into a little NFL. We're seeing a lot of positional battles going around. I don't know if you've heard, but there is a little bit of steam coming out of Pittsburgh regarding Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. Apparently, Russ is dealing with a calf injury that's keeping him out for a little bit. So I want you to speculate for a second.
Yep.
If we lived in a world where Justin Fields is a better quarterback than Russell Wilson, do we consider getting rid of Russell Wilson?
I think we live in that world where Justin Fields is better than Russell Wilson. I think we're already here. And no, I don't think you do because what do we know about Justin Fields? He's great in practice. He's a great runner, but he struggles throwing deep. He struggles with, he struggles throwing deep. Well, what's Russell Wilson's specialty? Throwing deep. That's his thing. That's his thing. So if we're talking
throwing that deep thing,
chill out.
I will not be silenced.
If we get to
silence.
No silence. If we get to like week 8 or 9 and the Steelers offense is predictable, if the Steelers offense looks like the Eagles offense last year at the end of the year, and then you can say, well, we can switch to Russell Wilson and at least we can start throwing the ball, especially if you get Brandon Ayuk. Like if you have Pickens and Ayuk, you need someone who can throw the ball down the field and hand the ball off to Najee Harris. So like there's still still a chance where we're talking about Russell Wilson being a starter. It's like especially if you get Brandon Ayuk.
What's the likelihood of Russ being a top 10 quarterback again?
Oh, very low. Very low. But the Steelers knew what they were getting themselves into when they went bargain shopping for quarterbacks this offseason.
So what if they bargain shopped another one for cheaper?
Who?
Touche.
I mean, you gonna go get Baker Mayfield?
Baker Mayfield.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's kind of like what they've been doing. Or if Derek Carr doesn't work out in New Orleans and it's Spencer Rattler, do you be like, hey, Derek, you want to come over here for a couple of years?
Definitely.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's kind of where the Steelers are right now in regards to quarterbacks.
But maybe if Justin Fields at that point though, maybe you just invest a little bit in Justin Fields. Let him get out there, see what the kid can do.
I mean, we've seen what he can do. Like he struggles throwing the ball deep, and if you have a wide receiving core of Pickens and Ayuk, you need someone who can throw the ball accurately down the field, and that's Russell Wilson's specialty.
Ayuk. As you know, this has been one of our favorite stories this summer to cover. The "How fast can I get to leave my job?" tour of Brandon Ayuk. Today, You see what happened?
I did. I saw Christian McCaffrey refer to him as my former teammate.
Oh, word.
Yeah. Did you see? Yeah. Apparently, I think NFL, like you know how they go to training camps, and McCaffrey is doing an interview, and like my former teammate.
No way.
Yes.
Apparently, the deals are in works. Browns and potentially the Patriots. Which one do you think he goes to?
Oh, if it depends on what he wants, right? Because I have a feeling the Patriots are offering more money, but if you want to win, Like Cleveland is probably your best bet. It's going to be a tougher road because AFC North is the hardest division in football, but that's your best chance to win. I'd go to Cleveland, which is crazy to say. If you would have said 3 years ago someone would rather go to Cleveland than New England, that would have been
But who's to
blasphemous.
say he's going to get these targets because Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy is there?
Well, one of them going to have to go to San Francisco. Both of them can't stay. One of them got to go in the trade.
Now, I think they might end up making a deal with maybe Washington.
Now, apparently, I hope not. I hope the reports are true that Washington is out because Lord knows I don't need that in my life.
Why do you think they would be out? Why do you think they wouldn't be inclined to make a deal like that happen?
No, I think I read something that said the Commanders are out of it. Like they are out. Let me see if I can find it.
While you do that, over in the AFC West, the Raiders are having a mid stink off for a QB competition between Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell. I'm hearing now from my sources that if they had to choose one today, they would flip a coin and just pray to God that it doesn't hit the ground.
So last year,
it's a struggle. Let me ask you, in your thoughts, what do you do if you're Antonio Freeman, the head coach, and you know you don't have the running back, you don't maybe have all of the receivers, and you have some doubts of your QB?
You work with what you got. I think the Raiders know they don't want to acknowledge it. I know we make fun of the Chargers a lot, but Harbaugh has acknowledged by his actions that this year is going to be a rebuild.
What do you mean?
Like, the number one receiver is Quentin Johnson. He can't catch. What's his name? McConnell. He's wide receiver 2.
But he might be wide receiver 1.
He might be, but we don't know. Like the Chargers are in a space where they're acknowledging, like, hey, this year might be rough. We are prepping for the future. The Raiders are acting as if they can contend now. That's the vibe. Like they have Max Crosby on the roster. They have Devontae Adams. Even though Josh Jacobs is gone, even though you don't have a quarterback, I think the Raiders, if you walk into there, we think we still have a chance, which is insane because you don't. I give it. Let me see.
I mean, you don't know who can make a wild card spot.
That's true. But if that's what you're betting on, then you're already dead in the water. Like if you're saying like having someone like Puka Nacua last year, I don't think the Rams planned for that, but that was a great surprise. Like I don't think the Rams went in like, man, Puka's going to be one of the best rookie receivers ever. Like they weren't banking on that. That was a nice to have because the Rams are kind of low key starting to do the same thing the Chargers are doing. Like we were getting to a space where the Rams might have a fire sale last year, and then Puka Nacua again has the best rookie receiving, like the best rookie year ever. So, but but the Rams didn't plan for that,
right? Well, Kyle, who just joined us, said for this Chargers who you spoke of, he said Josh Palmer is now the wide receiver 1, so he's got to pull for that Canadian. What are your thoughts? You may have mentioned a little bit on the Chargers and where you think they're going to be headed over the next 3-4 years, maybe in terms of like contending for a national championship.
Well,
not a Super Bowl. I'm sorry.
It's funny because that would have been a great joke because that's what they're. I think Harbaugh's building this team the way he built Michigan.
You know why? Because for some reason I heard Jim Harbaugh. I'm thinking of Jim Harbaugh wearing a Chargers uniform in my head, but still remembering that was still thinking he coaches college football. But he's definitely
the joke landed with me. I thought it was hilarious because it feels like that's how he's building his roster. We're going to run the ball. We're going to play great defense.
Yep.
And that's what he did in San Francisco and it worked. That's how he won a national championship in Michigan.
I'm so curious to see how good or how he's able to bring his culture to a team in LA that I don't know if a lot of people are excited for, or know about. To your point, the receiving core, it's maybe a little lackluster. We don't know what we're going to get from that. So, and do you know how effective Justin Herbert is going to be in this season? He's getting paid a lot of money, a lot of money, a lot of money.
And I'll say this about the John Harbaugh experience. In San Francisco, he experienced a ton of success. He went to a Super Bowl, multiple NFC championship games, multiple deep playoff runs, and they still got rid of him because that's how intense he is, and that's how much he gets on everyone's nerves. So I can't imagine if he getting on everybody's nerves and they losing. Like, I can't imagine that, and you still getting swept by Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
like, that's not going to last long.
Yeah, I can see that getting annoying fast.
Because he seems to be intense all the time, and if you're a normal person, that can get extremely annoying very fast.
Yeah, very fast.
And 49ers insider, a team that covers the Niners for NBC, said that the Commanders removed themselves from trade talks. So as of right now, doesn't mean they can't come back, but as of right now, the Commanders are not in the right.
Listen, Jayden Daniels, go ahead.
Hey, you QB1. Go in there, flex your muscle.
Go ahead. Sam Darnold and JJ McCarthy. I'm hearing they're in a QB battle. What are your thoughts there?
They're already a bust. If you can't come in and beat out Sam Darnold with Justin Jefferson, buddy, we need to have another conversation with the front office.
Don't do that.
Listen, am I wrong?
Sam Darnold is an accomplished QB in this league.
Sam Darnold. Do you listen to I think it's Mina. I think Mina said this. Do you listen to Mina?
Yeah.
Have you heard of Mina's like she has this thing where she's like this quarterback is the bar, and if you're above this quarterback, you can win with him. And if you're below this quarterback, and it's usually Kirk Cousins. Like, Kirk Cousins is usually that bar. And if you're above Kirk Cousins, like, you can probably win a lot of games. If you're below Kirk Cousins, you're probably still looking for a quarterback. Sam Darnold is way below Kirk Cousins. And if JJ McCarthy, who is replacing Kirk Cousins, cannot definitively beat Sam Darnold for QB1, then we need to have another conversation.
Okay, but I don't think it's all. You're thinking a lot physical. I'm thinking more mental, learning the offense, getting confident about it, getting the reps in, getting faith in your teammates, learning how to lead men. Pause.
That's it. Kyle said the Andy Dalton line. Thank you, Kyle. It was Andy Dalton. It was not Kirk Cousins. It's Andy Dalton.
What's Andy Dalton?
Andy Dalton was the QB Mina used to use. It was the Andy Dalton line. If you're better than Andy, it was not Kirk Cousins. It is Kirk Cousins, but it originated with Andy Dalton.
Just like that one QB where, like, he's going to get it done, but then in those moments, you don't know about him.
Yep. But again, that was JJ's calling card, right? When JJ was drafted, he might be a little limited throwing the ball, but he's so smart and he picked things up quickly and he knows what he's doing and he has command. Well, buddy, if Sam was his week 3 of training camp, you should have a firm hold on this job. And yes, Kyle, Sam Darnold is also worse than Andy Dalton. Like, you should this shouldn't be a conversation. This should be, JJ's taking all the first team reps.
Unless you really, really need them first team reps.
If Sam Darnold is taking first team reps the 3rd week of training camp, it's going to be a long season.
Long season.
JJ, what other rookie QB right now or first time starter is in the same boat?
Bryce Young.
Who was Bryce Young competing with for that job?
Oh, you meant competing for the job?
Yeah. Like, what first time starter or what rookie quarterback right now is still competing for that job and splitting first team reps or doesn't have a firm control over that job? Because you're gonna get every opportunity.
QB for the Broncos.
Bo Nix, again, Was anyone out here? I think Bo Nix is below the Kirk Cousins, Andy Dalton line.
I'm trying to think.
And who's the backup in Denver? What's that depth?
Jarrett Stidham. That's the
Yeah.
name I was thinking of. That was the name I couldn't get out of my head. Jarrett Stidham is who they named the starter.
See, that's a terrible.
But that's just on like the unofficial official depth chart. We don't know how that moves.
You do, as an organization, you do whatever you can to put confidence in your young QB, whatever it takes. And if Jarrett Stidham, even if it's an unofficial written in pencil depth chart, if he's already on top of Bo Nix, pause, we need to have a conversation with Sean Payton on the depth chart. In front of.
Say that again.
He's in front of Bo Nix. How about that? Oh, so I was saying, like, if that's the case, then we need to have a conversation with Sean Payton because he just wasted a first round pick.
Yeah, but you can't really predict who's going to be like too good and too bad.
Well, I don't know many people who saw that Bo Nix pick and was like, yeah, that's a great job by Sean there. I think the consensus was, what?
Well, who else is on the board, though?
Hold on, I'm looking it up right now. Who else was on the board when Bo Nix? Because Bo Nix went 10th, I believe. Yeah. No, JJ went 10th. Bo went 12th. So here are the picks after that. Brock Bowers, Fuaga, the lineman for Oregon State, Latu, Byron Murphy.
Yep.
Byron Murphy, Dallas Turner, Amarius Mims, Jared Verse, Troy Fatnu, Chop Robinson, Quinyon Mitchell. Those were the 10 picks after him. I would take a majority of those players over Bo Nix.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, but you also don't need a quarterback.
I know Jared Verse had some questions.
You also don't have a quarterback, though. Kyle said Zach Wilson couldn't even beat out him for the ceremonial veteran starter role. Guess he's worse than Sam Darnold.
Thank you. He said the Jets are great at that QB drafting thing. That's funny. But yeah, that doesn't instill a lot of confidence in me that your first round pick can't beat out Jarrett Stidham and Zach Wilson.
It's still early, though. It's
week 3, though. Like, it's week 3 of training camp. Preseason starts Thursday. Like real preseason, not the Hall of Fame game. Like real preseason games start Thursday.
We getting to that time of the year, aren't we?
It's the best time of the year. September will be here before you know it. We'll be playing in Brazil before you blink.
Listen, there's the NFL. There's still time to cancel this.
Oh, the Brazil
put it in
game?
the link.
Yeah, put it in the link, man. Please.
But
you know what?
Would have wanted this.
It'll be at the link in January for the NFC Championship game against Green Bay.
How you gonna be hating from outside the club and y'all ain't gonna be able to get in?
I just said the Packers and the Eagles are gonna play an NFC Championship game, and I'm hating. How's that hate?
Because that's gonna be our neutral site game for when we in the playoffs.
How would it be neutral? The Eagles would be the 1 seed. The Eagles would be the higher seed.
Nah, it'd be too snowy. It would be too snowy. And
in Green Bay. Nah, it's not that bad in the league. Come January, Packers, Eagles, in the NFC Championship game in Philadelphia. It's gonna be great.
I think the regular season matchup is gonna be great. I can't believe they started the year with it. I was a little bummed about that one, but
yeah, me too. Me too. You want to talk about the NFC South since we're already here?
Let's get to it.
It's a division that will not be represented in the NFC Championship game.
Oh, well, we don't know that.
Yes, we do. Yes, we
do. Listen, here's the thing. When it comes to these playoffs, you just really never know.
We know this.
Talk to me.
So, for those of you who don't know, D and I, we are 8 weeks for the season. We go over each division. We give our records, storylines, breakout players, MVPs, and it's just a great way to start the season. And then the last week, we usually do MVP too, right? Like the last division, and then we usually talk about who we think will win MVP, Rookie of the Year, stuff like
we
that.
usually do team of record, division winner, biggest storylines, maybe an overall division MVP, and then just maybe like a breakout player. But
no, I'm saying like the last one we're doing is the NFC East. That episode will also do like league MVP, Coach of the Year.
Oh yeah.
But that's for.
Okay, I got you. Although, if you ever think that somebody in a specific division is going to win a potential MVP,
I have some ideas for MVP, but I'm not ready. I need to think about it more.
Like Bijan Robinson, 2,000 yards, 20 touchdowns, MVP.
Greg will win the league, and it would be unbearable.
No, that's just one player.
That do a lot. Do you want to get started with the records? We usually go from worst to best, and then we talk about who the winner of the division is going to be. You want to go first? I think I went first last week.
Yeah. I'll go first. All right. Hold on. I'm having a rethink about one.
Okay. Well, if you want me to go first, I'll go ahead.
I got it. Okay. I got it. All right. NFC South, ladies and gentlemen. We know that is a division consisting of the Saints, the Panthers, the Falcons, and the Buccaneers, right? Record-wise, let's start from the bottom. I actually have this being a little bit more competitive of a division than we think. I think there's going to be some wins coming to this division. So I got the Panthers at 8-11. I think Bryce Young's going to take a step, and they're going to win some games this year, but not enough. Excuse me. Next, I have the previously defending champions of the NFC South, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I have them finishing 9-8. Barely missing out on the playoffs. Barely. Okay. With a record of 9-8 and getting the last wild card in the NFC, I do have the 9-8 New Orleans Saints.
Okay.
Then at 10-7, win the division on the last week of the season. By field goal, I do have the 10-7 Atlanta Falcons.
So you think Younghoe Koo is going to be the division MVP?
Listen, I'm gonna get to it.
Okay,
What say you, my good brother?
So I think this is the worst division in football. I do not have a lot of hope for. I think this is the worst.
You about to give me some nasty records.
It is going to be. I don't believe in this division at all. So I have the Panthers in last place at 5-12. I just don't. This team has too many holes right now. Your best receiver is Deontay Johnson and Adam Thielen. Like maybe Leggett got some for you. Maybe Jonathan Brooks can give you some juice. I still don't believe in that offensive line. I don't know what's going on defense. I just don't believe in the Panthers. The Panthers have done nothing to give me hope in them. I have, and this is hate. This is none but hate coming out of my heart right now. I got the Saints at 7-10. Chris Olave, Derek Carr is your quarterback. 7-10 for New Orleans, and that is objective hate.
Did you see the video of him being asked what play in training camp made him feel good or made him feel like this team is going to be good?
No. What was his response?
He was like, none of them.
You want to hit you sure you don't want to rethink your Saints take?
No.
Alvin Kamara is old. Yeah, I mean, you still got Marcus Lattimore. You still got Chris Olave. You still got Honey Badger. You still got Cam Jordan. I guess. Derek Carr still your quarterback. The defending champion Buccaneers, I too have them at 9-8. I don't have them making the playoffs. This one I'm about to get my shit off. I got the Falcons at 11-6. Sign me up, baby. I got the 11-6.
Oh, you about to be doing the dirty bird.
Sign dog. The Falcons got they have a couple. They have a stretch like where they play like the Cowboys, the Chiefs, The Seahawks, they play the Eagles on Monday night week 2. They have a couple of rough games. But other than that, buddy, like Kirk Cousins about to yeet in the NFC South. He gonna say, "Damn, I wish I'd have done this sooner."
Oh, Eagles play on a Monday night, huh?
Yeah, so the Eagles play Friday in Brazil, and then they play the following Monday night in Philly. That's the home opener against Atlanta.
Wait, do the Packers get?
Do the Packers get 10 days off? I doubt it. And the Eagles have an early bye week. Their bye week is week 5. I hate that. I hate that so much.
Why?
I hate early buys. I feel like the season should be split in half. Like the Raiders bye is week 10. That is perfect.
Doing some thinking. Yeah, I mean, what do you have been the biggest storylines?
The biggest one for me, it's Kyle Pitts, man. Like the title of the show says, it's now or never, dog. Like
Wait, let me ask you something. Can I ask you something? How much stock do you have in Kyle Pitts this upcoming season?
Not much. Like more than I did last year, but I'm not trying to get in that space where I'm like, oh yeah, this is the second coming of Antonio Gates. Like I'm not going there.
And you don't have him? Do you have him in any fantasy leagues?
I don't. I've been trying to trade for Kyle Pitts for the past 2 years in our Dynasty League, and I think Greg has him. Not Greg. What's that dude name? Let me look it up. He won't let Kyle Pitts go for anything, and I have made very fair deals for Kyle Pitts.
Fair to who? I've seen your definition of fair, brother.
I am an excellent GM. That's hate. Is it Greg? Yeah, Greg has Kyle Pitts. That's why.
Listen, we must band together like the Avengers to make sure that Greg does not win again.
Yes, I'm all for that.
We can beat him if we stay strong, Danny.
So Kyle said, what do you think about the bye week placement for the Packers? I don't know. When's your guys' bye week?
We might have a early bye as well.
I hate that. But the Eagles have had like good bye weeks for the past 4 years. Like it was inevitable. They haven't had to go they haven't had to travel abroad. They've had like week 11, week 12 bye weeks. Like it was inevitable. So do they have an early bye week, Kyle?
Might be.
Let's see. I hate all these cookies. I don't want to accept these cookies.
Yo, you good over here?
Sorry. 2, 3,
4.
Yeah, you guys have a week 10 bye. Like that's perfect.
Really? That's your more ideal bye?
Yeah. So you play 9 games. Nah, man, you play 9 games, you get a bye. Like it splits the season in half perfectly.
Yeah.
Like you like for the Eagles, it's a week. So you play 4 games, you get a week off, and then you got to play 13 straight. That's insane.
Hey, you got to get on that road. You got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
I don't like it. What's your biggest storyline?
Listen, my biggest storyline is this. Bryce Young and CJ Stroud are forever linked. Yep. Is this the year where Bryce Young proves that he belonged?
It's funny you say that because one of my other storylines, do they cut the cord on Bryce Young early? Like if he has another bad season, are the Panthers like, let's cut our losses? We're here.
Like Josh Rosen? Not Josh Rosen. Like
Josh Rosen. Yeah, exactly like Josh Rosen.
Oh, that was his name. Yeah, that was his name. UCLA quarterback?
Yeah. Yep, went to Arizona. They sent that tweet, he's our guy, and then drafted Kyler Murray.
Yeah. See the same thing happening?
I mean, if he plays poorly.
On a scale from 1 to grimiest thing you ever seen in your life, how grimy would that be?
Not as grimy as it was for Josh Rosen. Like I said, they tweeted like Cliff Kingsbury came in and was like, nah, Josh is our guy. The Cardinals put a tweet with a little graphic. And then shortly thereafter, with the number 1 overall pick, they took Kyler Murray.
They were like, "Hey, what did Martin say? Pay."
Yeah.
That's
Cliff
exactly
said,
what he
you're our
said.
guy as we live and breathe right now.
Yeah, we're out of here. Get ready to learn Chinese, buddy.
Do you think Spencer Rattler is the starter? I'm flirting with this as well. I think Spencer might be the starting QB by the end of the season.
You think Derek Carr going Derek Carr that way?
I think so. I mean, when is he
Everybody
not
be
Derek
thinking
Carr?
Derek Carr going Derek Carr that way, huh?
When is he not though? Like he had, remember that 1 year in Oakland when they were still in Oakland, he was in MVP conversation, and I think he got hurt, and that's it.
Why everyone act like Derek Carr not quality sometimes?
Derek Carr, you know what? Instead of I think Kirk Cousins should still be the line, but I think Derek Carr is like the step below Kirk.
He's our
Because at least Kirk gonna win you some games and give you a chance in the playoffs. Derek ain't even gonna get you there.
Really?
You don't think? Do you think Derek Carr can lead the Saints team? If you put, how about this? If you put Kirk,
he could lead him. He could at least lead him to an NFC Championship game in his time.
no. So if you put, how about this? If you put Derek in Atlanta and you put Kirk in New Orleans, which team would you believe in?
Derek in Atlanta, Kirk in New Orleans. I might still go with the
Exactly.
Falcons.
The fact that you have to think about it, because the Falcons are way more talented.
I don't think it's as cut and dry as you're maybe making it seem.
I would still pick the Falcons, but you have to think about it, and that's the point. Because the Falcons are way more talented than the Saints.
Well, are they? I would say on what end? Offensively, yes. Maybe not defensively. Saints have one of the
only thing the Falcons are missing is a pass rush. Like that's all they need. They have great linebackers. They have a great secondary. All they need is a little bit of a pass rush, and that defense could be nasty.
Well, then give me your breakout player. Then it must be from the Falcons defense. The way you're talking about it.
It is not. It is Jonathan Brooks.
Really? You think he's going to come off the PUP list ready to play?
He's going to have to. He ain't got no choice.
I have him in a league, actually.
That's not a bad. But Jonathan Brooks is my breakout player. I don't think you'll be shocked by my division MVP. Who's your breakout player?
What do you have hope in like this Carolina offensive line? What gives you hope in him having to be the breakout player?
I just think he's going to get a lot of touches because Bryce. Like I think nothing Bryce did last year would lead me to believe like he's going to need a lot of help. And by a lot of help, I mean turning around and handing the ball off.
Really?
And I think Jonathan's going to get a lot of those touches.
I don't know. They got some backups there that are just as
I
good.
know Chuba's there, but I'm tired. I've believed in Chuba for too long. I'm done.
And he's Canadian as well, Danny.
Oh, I didn't know Chuba was. Wow, a black Canadian named Chuba was not on my bingo card.
You act like Canadians are all. Never mind.
No. First of all, when have you ever met an American Chuba?
Listen, this is America where black folks have names all the time that I'm like, okay, but how did you get there?
Like a white Tyrone?
Oh. Have you
white Lamar?
Have you met a white Lamar or Tyrone?
So I had this conversation with my family this week, my wife and I was like, I've never met a white Tyrone and I've never met a white Lamar. So we got on Facebook and we found one white Tyrone who was a lawyer in Chicago. No white Lamars though.
Good.
Yeah, I don't think there'll ever be a white Lamar.
Good. And if there is a white Lamar, change your name. Larry. Square ass mother.
Or Larry.
You a Larry now. And if you argue it, guess what? I'm gonna say your mama called you Larry, so I'm gonna name you Larry. So I'm gonna call you Larry.
You got any MVP? Who's your MVP? Did you give us your breakout player?
Oh, my breakout player. Listen. Hear me out here.
I'm listening.
I actually like Trey Palmer, wide receiver for the Buccaneers. I think he might
Okay.
turn out. I think he might turn out to be a really quality wide receiver that maybe not many people will hear about. And I think he gives the Buccaneers some hope that whenever Mike Evans decides to maybe hang it up, they'll have a QB they'll have a wide receiver that comes after him that can hold it down.
I don't think that's crazy at all.
Yeah.
I-
My division MVP, though, I'm not backing off this. I'm standing on this and I'm doubling down.
Are you going to sleep?
Who, me? No. What?
Who's your division MVP?
What? You didn't hear me? Did my internet just cut out?
I guess yeah. I was here waiting. I thought
Yeah.
you were building up the drama. Who's your division MVP?
Wait, you didn't. None of that just went off about. Oh man, my soliloquy about Bryce Young didn't come through.
No.
Oh, do I redo it? No, I just feel like maybe this is the year Bryce Young steps up. This is the year Bryce Young takes the step. Maybe this is the year that the Panthers start to get that feel. I was watching some interviews about Bryce Young meeting with or having Cam Newton in his ear as like a mentor, stuff like that. So I just feel like I don't know if Cam's in your ear, Steve Smith's in your ear as some mentors. Feels like the Charlotte area has been looking. I mean, the Charlotte area and the Panthers have been looking for someone to come in there and maybe lead them the way. Yeah, Bryce Young.
There's this saying about great players and how they can never be coaches. It's because great players will say stuff like, "Well, why can't you just do this like me?" That's what
Yeah,
Cam
why
Newton
can't you just be perfect?
Yeah, that's what Cam Newton talking to Bryce Young is like. Well, Bryce, why can't you just run over a linebacker and score? Like, what are we doing here? Like, that's what it feels
Don't
like
do
to
that.
me.
Don't do that.
To
Now,
me,
look, I think he's basically telling them, look, this is how you. He's saying I think, and I remember he was talking to Kay Adams, and he was like, the biggest thing Cam Newton just talked about was consistency, just coming in and just being that good presence in the building every day, treating everyone with respect every day, and just making it be known that you want to be a leader of an organization. That's what a QB is: leader of an organization, a leader of the team. And listen, he's a good quarterback. I mean, he coached. Nick Saban didn't be picking no scrubs up back at the QB position all the time. Because, well, listen, actually, Mac Jones. All right,
I'm about to say
listen.
you want to rethink that.
Ooh, it's crazy. There was a time that the San Francisco 49ers were going to pick Mac Jones and probably never have gotten Brock Purdy.
Crazy.
Imagine. Go through that what if. What do you think happens? Do you think we get to this trade scenario with Brandon Ayuk?
Yeah, I think that whole team is torn down if Mac Jones is the quarterback. But somehow Kyle Shanahan finding a way and falling himself into bad quarterbacks and just making them look good. So I don't know. Maybe he turns Mac Jones because maybe Mac Jones is Brock Purdy, but as Mac Jones.
Well, speaking of making bad players look good, talk to me about your fantasy team. And talk
First,
to me.
Bijan is my division MVP.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Now we're talking about
fantasy. I have Bijan as the league MVP. I'm not going to keep him as a division MVP. I'm gonna elevate his status.
Okay.
I told you. I heard you. You heard my bold take earlier. 2,000 yards, 20 touchdowns.
I like it.
Listen, I open up the season. Actually, I have a better question for you. Fantasy wise. I just in my first redraft, in one of my redraft leagues, we already got the draft order. 10-team league, right? You hearing me?
Right.
Tracking. I got pick number 6 in the redraft league.
Yep.
Talk to me about what will be your strategy, maybe looking at this crop of players this year, looking at the landscape of teams. if you have a mid pick round like that in that 5, 6, 7 range, do you think
I feel like so.
land
Let's
on
go through
Tyreek
this.
first?
CMC's 1.
Mhm.
Bijan's
Or is it-
probably 2.
you think Bijan's 2 or Jameer Gibbs is 2 or Saquon's 2?
That combination, like those top tier 1 through 4, like you're going to have your choice between Jettas, Chase,
I don't know
Amon
about
Ra's probably gone.
I
Huh?
don't know about Chase.
I'm
I
just
don't
saying,
know
like,
about Jettas. I think it goes CMC, Saquon, Jettas,
okay,
or CMC, Jettas,
Saquon.
Saquon, then Jameer Gibbs, and
Okay.
then maybe somebody like what number is that?
You've done 4. So you still got Tyreek Hill on the board. You still got Jamar Chase on the board. I'm trying to think of another running back. Bijan still on the board. Brees
I
Hall
would say
still on the
yeah.
board.
Let's put Bijan at 5. Then
Yeah.
that leaves me with number 6.
Yeah. I'm with
Who
Kyle. You got Brees Hall on the board.
you
You got
think Brees
Jamar.
Hall is the one?
You got Brees Hall on the board. You got Jamar Chase on the
Who
board.
would you take at that pick?
I would take Brees.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Hold on. I got to think about this because, yeah, Kyle's right. Like, if Tyreek is there, you know how I feel about elite pass catchers. Like, they always have a soft spot for me in my heart.
In this same league, I had Tyreek last year. I'm thinking about just running it back. It was actually a really good team that I had. I couldn't get the lineups right when I needed to.
Because I'm trying to think of who you can get on the coming back around. So if you draft Tyreek, what are the Brees is going to be gone? Like, what running back can you get coming back? Right? Because that's how I try to draft. Like, all right, I'm on the board. How many elite players left at this position?
Now you may be looking at maybe seeing if Derrick Henry might be available.
Yeah, right. So if there are, like, if I'm at 6 and there are 6 elite pass catchers on the board and 3 elite running backs, like, I'll probably lean towards the elite running back because there's a chance I could get an elite pass catcher coming back around. Maybe that's why I don't win a lot.
Well, you won a championship.
Ha! Say that one more time. Not a championship, the first championship.
You probably at least you would have claimed the belt had it been ready by then.
Terrible. But you know what? You want to do a mock
Give me
draft right now?
What?
You want to do a mock draft in Sleeper right now?
I'll do a mock draft.
Can we share the
Let's see
screen?
let's see it. Let's see what Sleeper says.
Because that would be fun. We can do a couple rounds.
Let's see what Sleeper says. New mock NFL draft. Hold on, let me get it set up. Get the settings.
I don't even know my
PPR, Snake, 10 teams. All right, update. Here I will. Here's an invite link.
Yep, there it is. And then, do you want evens and I'll take odds? Or no?
It'll be CPU, so I'm gonna just claim 1-6 and
then I'll claim 8. All right, let's get cracking. Right. You want to share the screen?
I got you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
Can you see it? This is like the first mock draft we've ever done. Hold on, there it is. Perfect. Yep. Can you see it?
Yep, I can see it. All right, here we go.
Let's get cracking.
Let's do 2 rounds.
Okay.
No, let's do 3 rounds.
Yeah, 3. Yeah, 3 sounds right. All right.
Christian McCaffrey. Okay.
Tyreek. Okay.
There he goes.
CD Lamb. Jettas.
What'd I tell you?
All right, you're up.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. You have a great.
Listen, that's a lot of good players left.
Yeah.
A lot of good players left. So in this situation, you're looking at, do you want the best available? I mean, you get second best running back right here.
Yep. So
A lot.
for me, I would say to myself, I would go to running backs and I'll say, how many elite running backs are left? I see 3 elite running backs, 4 elite running backs. How many wide receivers?
One,
One,
I would
two,
say
three.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 are ones I'd be like, well, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kyron Williams,
That's where I
maybe.
kind of get a little iffy, but okay.
Yeah. Then
And
on
then
the
how
wide
many wide
receiver end,
receivers?
it's Amon Ra. Then you have AJ Brown. Then Puka. Then
Garrett
Garrett Wilson.
Wilson, Marvin Harrison,
You
Devontae
know the
Adams.
volume is there with Amon Ra. You
Yeah.
know Bijan's also going to be there. Here's what I'm going to do. What does Kyle have to say? Can you see the chat?
Yeah, see Kyle saying Brees Hall.
Brees
Oh, yeah,
Hall.
we should have invited Kyle. You want to end this and do it again and invite him?
Well, you can send him the
Okay. Kyle, I'll send you the link on Twitter. Is it too late for him to join
nah, it shouldn't
since
be.
you've gotten started? See.
Nah, it shouldn't be.
Kyle, I'm going to DM you the link. Can you pause the drafty?
Yeah, it's paused.
Oh, okay.
I am going to pick up Brees Hall though.
Yeah. Why isn't Kyle? Why aren't you coming up? What? Why is it? Oh, there it is.
Is he in here now?
No, I couldn't find him on Twitter to DM him because Twitter now sucks.
You mean X, my good friend?
It'll be Twitter forever for me. All right,
Yeah,
Kyle. Yeah, mama named him Twitter. I'm calling him Twitter. Kyle, you should just got the link. Oh man, it's gravy. Oh, this is gonna be hard. Wait, what's going on?
I'm removing him so we can let Kyle do it and we can just start over.
Okay.
Let's see if we can get him in here. Can you get in? Pause. Whoa.
Kyle said, I don't think I can join mid-draft.
All right, well, it's okay. Hold on. We'll start a new one.
All right. Yeah, that was a very interesting dilemma, though, because that might happen.
What do you mean?
Like the choices that you had. I didn't know all those wide receivers would go off the board so fast.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. These wide.
That's why I don't win nothing.
All right.
All right, there we go.
All right.
Copy.
Share that one with Kyle.
All right. All right, Kyle, I just sent it to you.
See what we can do here real quick. 3 rounds, ladies and gentlemen. I think the first 3 rounds are usually the most important, don't you think? Those are your cornerstone players.
That's the foundation. All right, let me share the screen. Kyle gonna get 101.
He took 103.
He took 103.
All right. We ready?
Let's get it cracking.
All right.
Kyle's gonna take Tyreek Hill.
So it's the same. It's the same board. It's literally the same
board.
Same board.
Okay. Oh.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
See, now this is where it gets tough. You know how I feel about elite pass catchers.
Wow. Could have had Brees Hall and Jonathan Taylor. That's crazy. See, but this is the dilemma it puts me in because I mean,
Okay.
we'll do 4 rounds. We can even it out. Use even numbers.
We can do 4. Oh, Cal's thinking about it. Oh, Cal.
Taking best available tight end. Okay.
Oh, Cal with the stack.
That's smart.
Team 5 is crazy.
That is smart. See, this is I don't. Travis Etienne's got a healthy workload most of his career, but
Are you stuck between Etienne and Jacobs?
yeah.
Yeah, I would be too.
I also don't know if maybe I just take, a QB.
You could. Oh, wow. Okay. Money in the bank.
I don't know about this team of mine. Boy, I'll tell you what. I may have reached.
With Pittman?
Nah, with Lamar, maybe.
I think you can make up with it. Oh, wow. See, I thought you'd have taken the stack.
Well, I just kind of needed some running backs real quick.
Why can't I draft like this in real life?
That's hilarious.
Look at this team. This isn't a bad team.
I don't think mine is either. Lamar, Brees, James Cook, Puka, Michael Pittman, T. Higgins.
Oh, Rome Odunze. I was okay.
Talk me through some of your strategy here, Danny.
Who, me? Yeah.
Yeah.
So Bijan, again, I'm a firm believer running backs are the foundation. I wanted Saquon on the second trip. I thought I was going might have an opportunity. It didn't happen. So Garrett Wilson, again, I'm a fan of elite pass catchers. And oh, is that you or is that me?
That would be me.
Okay. So while you do that, oh Kyle, I was going to take Terry McLaurin. That's a damn you. Um, I am a firm believer, not a firm believer, but I have leaned into the strategy much, especially in Dynasty, that you can use your running back as a second, as your quarterback as a secondary running back if they're in the right offense. I think the Josh Allens, where teams kind of use them at the goal line. And like Anthony Richardson might be one of those guys. Oh, is it me? It is me. Give me 1 second. Oh, Joe Burrow. Okay, this is what I'll do. Yeah, let's. Perfect. Oh, damn, he gone.
Oh, damn, he gone is hilarious.
Yeah, I was hoping Jordan Addison will come back on the go around, but he did not. Yeah, now it's just Yeah, well, Mark Andrews will make up for that. Yeah, it's and after this Big D.
Oh yeah.
Well, like I was saying,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, I was saying like quarterbacks can stand in as pseudo running backs, so that's why. So for me, the volume from ETN, Robinson, and Jalen will, and I'll have Ramondre. See, now this is where the real drafters come in.
Let's pause real quick.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to stop sharing my screen. All right, but since as we look at our teams, I guess it's you, me, and Kyle, we can have this conversation.
Yeah.
Talk to me about what you think about my team so far as currently constructed. Like if this was the draft, this was draft day, and I was looking at my team. And I was like, halfway through, I'm sitting here with Breece Hall, Puka, Lamar, Michael Pittman, James Cook, T. Higgins, Jaden Reed, and Brock Bowers. How do you think I would? What do you think? Where do you think I maybe could have? Maybe was a reach. Maybe you like to pick.
So I know you said you might have reached on Lamar, but again, it's the same. I think it's the same philosophy that I like in regards to like teams that use their quarterbacks as part of the running game, right? So teams like that, like, yeah, you may only have one elite running back and then one mid running back, but my quarterback is going to bridge that gap while also being an integral part of the, like, that's a strategy I've employed in our dynasty league, right? Like my running backs are Tony Pollard and David Montgomery, but I got Jalen Hurts and he kind of bridges that gaps and he throws the ball well too. So that's the kind of like things that I'm thinking about. I think like Kyle said, you have a solid foundation, which you can get in the next couple rounds. You know how I feel about elite pass catchers. You have Puka, Breece Hall is an elite pass catcher. You have T. Higgins, who's playing for a new contract. Like, yeah, I think maybe Reed is a reach, but I mean, I'm not going to kill him.
I don't even.
You don't think he is?
I don't think Jaden Reed's a reason. He's going to be a good wide receiver. Kyle, I was interested to see your thoughts on the Brock Bowers over Evan Ingram pick. I did that on purpose. I wanted to take a chance, and that's what that pick is. But we'll see. That draft is obviously in less than a month. Our draft, let me give your thoughts. If I went into that chat and said, who here is like this message if you want to take this league to sleeper, how would you feel?
I think they would like it. It sounded like they wanted to join Sleeper anyway.
There's a few that don't.
Who? I mean, what's the majority say? Because that's how we usually rule.
I think they voted on not going to Sleeper.
Oh, well, then I prefer Sleeper over ESPN. ESPN is very clunky to me. I don't like their like during in game. I just don't like it. But whatever, it's fine.
Kyle said he'd go Jaden Reed over T. Higgins, but good pick in the good homer pick there.
Okay, so I'm just sleeping on Jalen.
Got to show my Packers some love. We're gonna make some noise this year in the NFC North.
I'm kind of pissed because I really wish I drafted like this in real life. Like I wish shit fell to me like this did because I feel like this team is stacked.
Well, that's because you don't. What you're not predicting is the unpredictability of humans.
That's true. Because let me tell you, I'm very confident in my team. Very confident in this team.
It's not a bad one. Definitely not a bad one. Danny, man, what a show! I'll tell you what, it's not a bad one. We got some. I think it's the first time we ever did some live mock drafting like that.
Yeah, it is.
Don't worry, people. We'll come back. We'll do that. We'll do that again. Maybe do maybe a 12 team. Kyle says he thinks Team 9 might have the best team. That is Amon-Ra St. Brown, Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, Stephon Diggs, Kenneth Walker, Dalton Kincaid, Dak Prescott, and Rashee Rice.
Yeah, that's a stacked team.
It's a nice little team. That's why I'm not the biggest fan of pick number 6, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But Tyreek Hill at 3 is not bad. I hope he falls to me. I'll take him again.
I think, like you said, I think the unpredictability of humans. Someone's going to take. Someone loves Bijan in those first 5 picks. Someone's going to love Breece Hall. Someone loves Jettas. It might happen.
Yeah. Who knows? Danny, while I get some tunes, you want to let the good people know where they can find you at?
Yeah, you can find me at Danny Ocean 41 on X. You can find us Speak on _pod. You can, again, the show's brought to you by GoingFood.com. Again, Speak on _pod, Instagram and Twitter and TikTok. The TikToks, I believe, as the old folks say. And D, where can the people find you, and what are we going to listen to? And have you had any new mixes this week?
I just got a new board. Actually, just got a new DJ controller. It's right here. It's this big one. It's taking up actually most of my desk.
Okay.
I've been working on. I made a new mix the other day that's been on repeat. That might have been the one I sent you. Did I send you one? How recently have I sent you?
It's been a couple weeks since you've sent me one.
Oh, I gotta send you. This is a good one. This is actually on there. This little. Have you heard the song 911 by Roddy Ricch?
I don't. Maybe I heard and didn't know the name of it.
I mixed it with a little Babyface Ray.
When I call, Jimmy like
Okay.
All right. This board, I'm not going to hold you. For the price that it was, once I started playing with it, it is very fancy. So this is kind of like my first big mix on it. I liked it.
Yeah, it sounds solid.
Baby, I don't miss. Baby, mama in a Mercedes on a daily. They name me Mr. Rich. Shake my hand and I might take you on a trip. Pretty teeth, smooth skin, nice toes, you just my type. You be out, take them home first night. But with you, I just might. I know you know. Even just can't be with you on your worst day.
Yeah, it's real clean.
I could fuck you all day. Ain't no rushing on my side. I promise I'll be here. When I call, treat like 911.
Real clean. Where can the people find you, D?
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you can find me at Los D-Mix, Twitter or X, whatever your mama call it, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, at Los D-Mix, LOSDMIX.
EEMIX. Ladies and gentlemen, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to be here with us. You decided to be here with Danny and myself as we just continue to count down the days to the NFL season. Danny, I know you're excited. I'm excited too. We're getting into draft season, ladies and gentlemen, so come back and join us. We will be talking a lot more fantasy football and a lot more football in general. But before then, shout out to Team USA, shout out to Team Canada since Kyle's in here, and shout out to all the Olympic athletes that are over in Paris living out their dream. I encourage you all to really just, I know we're making jokes, but just appreciate the moments. If anyone knows how hard it is that some of these athletes have worked, it's these athletes. So let them talk their shit. No allows. Salute. Handle business.
Peace.